Welcome back to the battlefield. Today's episode will be a whole lot of hopefully playing some defense and having some success. We've got war with all of the other Britannic tribes except one, and they are sure to declare war on us very soon. We are pretty much out of food, we are running out of money, and winning battles is exceedingly difficult because my troops are so terrible at fighting. But hopefully their desire for freedom and independence is strong enough that we can actually see some success here. I don't think the Irish will feel strong enough to come out and attack me at my capital. Yep, they've gone and fortified. Unfortunately, since they're fortified, I won't be strong enough to attack them. Yep, here come the Welsh on the warpath. If the English attack and then the Welsh attack shortly after, we could be in huge trouble because we won't have time to replenish. And we can definitely expect massive casualties. Alright, let's see. So now we're at the point of losing money every turn. There's no mercenaries available. Can we drive the Irish out of our lands? You know what? I'm just going to take the auto-resolve here. And we'll go with the balanced stance. Alright, so our general almost died, which is really bad because he's going to take a while to replenish. But other than that, the army is pretty healthy. We really smashed them up. I kind of have to ransom captives. Let's go ahead and enslave them, try and boost our economy a little bit. And we will absolutely hunt them down and finish them off.
I live to serve the people of Britain.
The campaign movement range will be useful for a siege army. Alright, let's wipe out the Irish invasion force. All of our units managed to survive. We'll go ahead and enslave them again. Now, it'll take 5 turns to replenish, so let's go ahead and pop back into the city. And it's all the way up to 3 turns to replenish, so that's good. Now that they're out of our territory, we're gaining money again instead of losing it, so that's nice. Alright, so we've got some good things going right now, but we really need better troops. Alright, so we have some semi-decent spears over there. Let's go ahead and merge these guys out as much as possible. That'll let us earn just a little bit of extra money each turn. And these guys are going to take forever to replenish. But we can go ahead and patrol. Next turn is winter, so let's actually, that's as much movement range as they have anyway. I was going to move them closer down here so they could hopefully help with the defense of Iboricon if they needed to. But now they won't have a choice. Alright, I should probably recruit back up to full in this army. We can get some Caledonian swordsmen. They will perform substantially better in combat than the clubmen will. Much higher melee attack. But the problem is they're 3 times as expensive. Well, let's see. I want to try and wait another 5 turns until I can get some of these units, hopefully. If we can get up to tier 3 units, that'll be a massive help. Or even if it's just up to tier 2 units instead of tier 1, that'll be a huge help for us. Yeah, so we'll hold off on recruiting just so we can try and keep earning some money. Our taxes are maxed, which is terrible, because it means our growth is really hurting right now. But alright, we made it through a turn. Is there a chance that the Irish feel weak enough to peace out? Thank goodness they accepted peace.
Smile on us and our agreement. This is an honorable thing.
Now, they're going to declare war again soon. But now we don't have to worry about them attacking for at least a little bit, hopefully. Who knows, they could just declare war again next turn. So yeah, we've still got to just sit back and play some defense. If our decent units are going to cost about 1,000 gold each, we need to try and have 20,000 gold in the treasury by the time this building, our barracks, is completed, so that we can start recruiting our army. Obviously, that's not going to happen.
Ready for battle, warriors all!
Alright, how did we go for replenishment? We got quite a bit of replenishment. Let's take these guys out of patrol. And then do this. Let's put 4 units of slingers in, take out the mercenaries. Alright, now this army is up to 20 units again, and we can send them forward.
The mother protects travelers. Hail to the mother.
These guys
I want our
can hang out in the city.
warriors all.
Alright, we're going to lose 600 gold because it's winter. Now, how do the Irish feel about us now? Not actually too bad. It really helps that we released so many of their troops.
Greetings.
I would like to get non-aggression with them, but I can't pay them for it because they will almost definitely just go back on their word.
Let me hear your talk.
Alright, well, let's keep playing some defense. We can actually disband some of these troops now.
Thirsty for battle. Ready for orders. Ready for battle. Hail to the mother.
Yeah, we can disband actually all of these troops. We'll let this general recuperate a little bit, just so if I need to rehire him, his unit will be at full strength right off the bat. Alright, let's go to the next turn. Because sometimes when you dismiss a general or replace them and their unit isn't at full strength, then when you rehire them, their unit will still not be at full strength. Okay. It's a little weird that they just moved a second time. Pirates spotted down near London, that's fine. What kind of movement range do we have? We have enough movement range that we could go wipe these guys out. But, do we have enough movement range that we could get back to our city after?
I live to serve the people of Britain.
Alright, let's go ahead and run up to here.
Moon goddess, guide my steps.
And this will probably be another auto-resolve, just so we can spread the casualties around.
On the move, lads. Ready for orders.
We should have enough movement range to get back and defend our city. Yeah, let's go ahead and just auto-resolve it, because I've still got a bunch of garbage in these armies. Alright, we really beat them up there, but we took a huge amount of damage. It would be wise to release these captives and try to regain some of our standing with that faction. Okay, this army can retreat far enough. We're just trying to boost our replenishment as much as possible here. We'll be back in top shape in no time. Well, 2 turns time. Alright, now, I did the research so I could upgrade this building. You know what? We don't have as much of a food crisis anymore. So, what I was going to say is I can't upgrade this until I can upgrade my farm, so we have enough food for it. But let's go ahead and upgrade that, and then immediately start research on iron tools so we can improve our farm. This general's got 1 more turn's worth of replenishment. It might not be a bad idea to keep this guy and have him start becoming a governor. Yeah, let's actually do that. Let's have him learn some governor skills. Public order and tax rate are the priority right now. Alright, so we've made it through a couple more turns. This army is in a bit of danger because they can't retreat right now, I don't think. And it'll be a while before they can replenish. But alright, so we've just destroyed the Welsh army. Will they accept peace? Alright, good. So this is actually really good, because now they might even trade with us. Alright, well I was wrong about that.
But first, we talk.
But either way, we've beaten their armies, we've asserted ourselves a little bit, and we hopefully will be able to last long enough to get some decent infantry. Once we've got some decent infantry, we can start getting a little more aggressive. Alright, what do we need here? Tax rate while deployed. Okay, that looks good. We can go to the next turn. The struggle for independence is real. Imagine if we had to fight Rome with these armies early on. We would die on the second turn. They would chop our army to bits on the first turn, and then we would have nothing left. Fortunately, we're also up against a bunch of Britannic tribesmen who happen to be slightly better than us. That's actually one of the gripes I have with this mod, is the...
War! We will
The AI cheats that allow them to field huge armies. They also get the same cheats for things like food. So, like, the AI doesn't really have to build buildings that give them food hardly at all, and they can almost entirely focus on military buildings. And when they do that, it lets them have higher tier military. And I'm all for going up against more difficult AI, but I don't feel like every single city they have should be able to have a large garrison. They should have cities that are more focused on food or something like that, you know? Also, please excuse my sniffle. I've gotten a little bit sick over the holiday. Alright, so we're going to have to go ahead and stay here for now. Bring this army out front and let them fortify. No, we'll pull them out to the back of the city and have them patrol. Alright, is there any chance we can get some non-aggression going without having to pay all kinds of money for it?
The gods will have me listen to you.
I would really
Do
like
not
to try
pass
some
a day
trade
in
with
words
these
without
guys, but
merit.
I don't think they're going to go for it.
I am sure you have many pleasantries for me. Speak quickly and...
Alright, no options there. Nothing has changed here. Loyalty all still looks fine. We could do with getting her up to tier 4, but I don't really have a need for it. Let's go ahead and send her off to the well. Hopefully she doesn't get herself killed. And then we'll end the turn. Alright, so we're starting to make a little bit of money. Our tax rate is still maxed, which is a really, really bad situation to be in. But if we can keep some non-aggression here, if we can maybe... if we can get some non-aggression with the Welsh, or maybe trade with them, anything to prevent them from attacking us for a couple of turns, then I feel like with these two armies we could try and take a city from the British. We don't need the influence as much as we need the loyalty. Cavalry recruits, that doesn't really matter to me. Punic Wars don't have any bearing on our wars up here at the moment. Okay, a British spy, that's nothing to be worried about.
Yes.
These guys are rebuilding. I'm sure once they are back up to full strength, they'll declare war and attack us again. I want to move my spy over here, but I'm concerned about losing out on the food if I do. But my spy is only stealing 4 food per turn, so it should be okay.
Moon goddess, guide my steps.
Alright, so what do they have? They actually have a really scary army. I have nothing that can deal with these 6 units. Nothing at all.
Hail to the mother! How can I help?
Alright, in one turn, though, we will have access to slightly better troops, so let's start shuffling things around now and disband a couple of units. Got too many skirmishers in this army for now. I think I just need more infantry. Because the skirmishers can do a lot of damage, but they usually don't have time because my infantry routes so fast.
I live to serve the people of
How do I want to do this? The Woad Warriors. I want this army to end up with the Slingers. Alright, how do I feel about that?
Hail to the mother. How can I help?
Okay, that makes this army look actually sort of decent. I've got some tier 1 troops now instead of tier 0. So that, I'm feeling more confident about that now. And with this army, let's just disband all of these guys. That'll flush a bunch of population down here. And that'll leave space open for recruitment in the next couple of turns. Okay, we are starting to make 1,200 per turn, so I could probably drop my tax rate just a little bit. Yeah, let's go ahead and get back down to a regular tax rate so we can have some provincial growth again. We've got enough force here to defend if the British decide to attack, I think. I hope. Alright, so we should be okay to go to the next turn. Let's just make sure these two are still deployed, and let's do it. I like to be more aggressive than this. I'm not like a super aggressive player. If For you guys that watched the Armenia campaign, you saw what happens when I try to get aggressive. It just gets really, really messy. But I like to be more aggressive than what I'm doing right now. Normally I would like to have more land under my control so I can start actually bringing in some money. But it's real hard to win battles when you've got a bunch of levy clubmen. Also, this way, when we deploy the spy, it should reveal London. Well, I guess not. So we don't get any intel on what the British are doing down here. I'm sure they've got at least half of an army here and a bit of a navy.
Yes. Hail to the mother.
Alright, what can we recruit now?
Hail to the mother. How can I help?
Britannic Axemen, that is exactly what we need. Someone with javelins. Unfortunately, we don't have a ton of population to recruit from. But let's get as many of these guys as we can right off the bat.
Ready for orders. Thirsty for battle.
Were there any other good options in here? Let me see. Caledonian Slingers, which I would imagine are better than our Britannic Slingers. It's basically just their melee stats, though, so it's not really that big. Well, and their morale, but I'm not too concerned with that. It would be nice to get some better archers, because these hunters are alright. You know what? The hunters have way better damage. No, it's because I'm not moving far enough. Okay, so the hunters have worse damage, worse range. So yeah, it would definitely be nice to pick up some of these armored Highland archers. But I'm not going to prioritize that right now. I'm just going to try and get some heavier infantry. Once we have a solid infantry corps that can actually handle a fight, then we can start to diversify our army a little bit more. I am going to get rid of these three, though, because I would like to replace them with something better. Alright, over here, what do we need? Melee defense for swordsmen? Or, excuse me, for all infantry? That would be good. Is there anything that stands out as being better? Nope, let's go ahead and just get that.
Ready for orders. Ready for battle. Ready for battle.
Alright, I think that's all we need to do this turn. We're not actually going to have enough money to recruit lots and lots of troops, so let's bump the taxes up a little bit more. And then end the turn. Alright, so we're finally getting to the point where we have at least a little bit of a decent army. Once we have that, we can go make a push on the British and see what happens. I didn't actually check diplomacy that turn, which I needed to do. But as long as no one else declares war on me in the next end turn cycle, that should give me enough time to get these armies ready to go down and attack the British. Well, I have a choice here. I could keep recruiting, or I could invest in a farm. Realistically, I can do both, but that's going to run me very, very low on money.
Ready for orders. Warriors all for battle.
All right, let's see.
How can I serve the people of Britain? Ready for orders. Ready for orders.
Okay, you guys come up to here, and we're going to hold the border.
Your next command.
With an ambush. You guys are going to drop off these better melee troops into our main army. You know what? Okay, yeah, that's right. I was getting myself mixed up there. Okay, you guys get to stay back here, and you are going to keep recruiting. I probably am going to pick up some of these Caledonian swordsmen. We can only get 1 unit of Caledonian swordsmen, whereas we can get 2 of the axemen, so let's get 2 axemen. And then... oh, that would be nice to get as well. There's another heavy mercenary unit. So let's actually go ahead and pick that up instead. I know it's more expensive, but... alright, and then up here, we'll bring this guy down to the border so that he can start recruiting from our capital, and he can ferry troops down. And this guy actually needs to bring some numbers, so we'll have him pick up some of these swordsmen. These troops will be good enough to win us a lot of battles for now, so I don't think we need to worry too much about improving that at the moment. None of these are really standing out as particularly useful, so let's just go with the animal husbandry and see what happens.
Hail to the mother. How can I help?
Alright, and then we just wait through the end turn. But real quick, let's check on diplomacy. So these guys, I doubt they're going to want anything.
Let us talk, and let us have good wine.
Okay, so we've got good progress there. We've got trade.
I welcome you, worthy.
That just protects one border for a little bit longer, and that could be all we need. Alright. Spy is deployed. These 2 are deployed. Loyalty looks fine. All of our characters are set up well enough. So let's go ahead and... nah, we'll keep the taxes. We'll keep the taxes at the 2nd tier, and then we'll end the turn. Now, if the British take the bait and charge up here, that would be great, because it'll make taking the settlement very, very easy. But I kind of think they won't run up here, because they've been pretty passive so far. Yep, they left us alone. Alright.
We will come for you.
Okay, that's not great, but it'll take them a couple of turns to get over here, so we've got a couple of turns to beat up the British and then secure our position. Alright, first thing I need to do is figure out what else the British have. So if this is really their only army,
Moon goddess, guide my steps.
then we might be in a real good position here.
Warriors all, thirsty for battle.
Because the garrison at London Dunham is strong, but we can take them as long as we can eliminate this army quickly.
Hail to the mother. How can I?
Alright, now here's what we do.
How can I?
We lay siege, and obviously it's massively in their favor because they hugely outnumber me.
We take this
But I think as soon as I bring this other army down here,
Everything out.
things will start to tip in my favor. Let's see, is that how I want it? Alright,
Moving.
now,
Destroy the enemy.
balance of power is still not great. But with a stronger infantry corps, and these guys are slightly better than the clubmen, and we definitely have missile superiority, I think. I'm thinking we can probably win this. The main concern is the cav, because I don't really have much that'll be good at killing the cav. But we are out of time for today's episode, so we will start the next episode with that battle.
Getting on our way. Your next command?
And hopefully we will be able to win it, because if we lose this battle, that'll open up a huge window for the British to counterattack, and we have pretty much nothing left. So, anyway, as always, I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you're looking forward to this big old battle at the beginning of the next episode, and we will see you then.